Friends, welcome to this course called Role of Microstructure in the Design of Materials. Many of you by now possibly know that the whole world runs on materials. Everything that we use, starting from the toothbrush in the morning to the bed that we sleep in the night, are all made of materials, variety of materials. And all these materials need to have certain properties for them to be useful for a certain application. And when you go deeper, you will understand that all these properties of materials to a large extent depend on the structure of the elements that this particular material is composed of, and also the way the internal arrangement of various phases in these materials, which is generally called as microstructure. The microstructure plays such an important role that a material can be made extremely hard or extremely soft from the same composition by just adjusting the microstructure. And as a result, this has been taken with a significant importance in materials design. And so as a result, when you want to design a material for a particular application, you start looking at what does that application need. For example, think of a nail that we put in on a wall. You hit a nail onto the wall and you need to ensure certain properties that that particular nail should have. Okay? First of all, it should have enough strength so that it can pierce through the wall. At the same time, it should also have enough ductility so that it can be made in the form of a kind of a rod which is chopped off and made in the form of a nail that you put it on the wall. So that means you see it demands both a good amount of strength and a good amount of ductility. Okay? This is just a mechanical property that we are talking about. Even if you think of a magnetic property of a material to have exceedingly high permeability, it should have certain type of microstructure for it to have such a property. Even for a material to be a good corrosion resistant material, it also needs to have certain type of microstructure. So this whole particular course that we are going to talk about, which talks about the role of microstructure, is going to correlate the microstructure to the property of materials for various applications. Starting from applications which need high strength to applications which need high strength at high temperatures, which also need possibly high corrosion resistance or a high oxidation resistance, or certain applications where you need a very high toughness when you are trying to use let's say a water pipe in applications where you have extremely low temperatures such as Siberia. You need that material to have very high toughness. How do we achieve properties like this? By tuning the microstructure. Okay? So the whole course deals with how a particular microstructure gives you a particular property, and how do I plan my processing of that particular material so that the processing leads to the desired microstructure which gives me the desired properties. So the 40 hours of lectures that this particular course has deals with starting from what we mean by a structure of a material to the microstructure and how we can design microstructures, what kind of microstructures exist in materials, how do we modify our processing routes to achieve certain particular microstructures, and how these microstructures are correlated to the property of material. So we will have a continuous connection between processing, microstructure, property and application. All these four will be connected for a variety of applications that an engineer comes across so that we have the right kind of materials that we design for the right kind of applications. That's all this course about. I welcome you, all of you, for this particular course. I'm sure you will thoroughly enjoy the course.